experience of anything other than intense working. And I feel you, dude. I've been a worker too. I've been working since I was 14 years old. When I was 14, I got a work permit. I got a work permit so that I could work at the York Theater. After I got done working at the York Theater, I got another work permit so that I could work at Roberto's Pizza. Do you guys know what a work permit is? A work permit is something that you have to apply through your college or high school rather for, so that they will give you the legal representation that you need to be earning money as an underage minor. So if you're 16 years old or younger, you need to have a work permit to have a job. 17 and 18, you could work. But at 14 years old, I needed to have this permit through my school to say it was okay for me to have a job, and I did. That's how long I've been working in this country. That's how long I've been paying taxes in this country. I should not be outside. I should not be, going through this. No one should, as I continue to say, but I most definitely should not. So, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more of the workout. Xavier went to Walgreens, and I think he's probably getting food, but I told him to wait until after our workout and after our shower. I had literally like 3 sips of coffee this morning. I have not had any coffee since probably before I was pregnant with Weston. I had a couple of energy drinks, Alani's, while I was pregnant. Like I would space them throughout the day, or like drink them when I was like very much suffering from like being homeless and unhoused and exhausted and needing sleep, but they kept on moving us around and not allowing us to sleep and stuff. But I have not had caffeine in my system, like with the exception of like 2 or 3 sips of like a diet soda or a regular Coca-Cola in months, like probably like 6 months. So 3 sips of coffee was all I needed for this pre-workout. I can tell you this, I've already done more sit-ups today or like crunches today than I've been able to get through in any, well, I did 50. 50 was the highest that I did. Private jets, you guys, we need 5 private jets. Can we get 5 private jets and a partridge in a pear tree? So we need 5 private jets, 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 please. Thank you. See, I love that. Thank you for sending those emoticon of private jets. That's what's up. There's also a gift you guys could give of private jets. No, I would not. I won't go back to that. So I won't go do that ever again. I won't sleep in one of those. Like I'm completely like not doing that. I'm gonna just stay where I can in areas that are well lit with a lot of people who can see if something goes wrong or if something happens, because I'm trying to learn from the last period where I was dehumanized in this way and objectified and treated so animalistically. I'm trying to learn from what worked and what didn't work, and that didn't work for us. I think that just made people think like, whatever, they're okay. We were not okay. I was pregnant in a blizzard outside in a tent, freezing and hungry, and we had to use space heaters and wet and soaking wet. We had to carry, I was on bed rest at 28 weeks so that I wouldn't go into preterm labor, and I would have to get up and find a way to make it all the way to the laundromat, like a mile or 2 away, with no transportation, only enough money to wash. Like, it was completely inhumane, and I will never let that happen again, ever. But the good news is that DCFS has put in our housing referral. So we are given priority. Having a child in the system, there's something called Norman Services, which means that children in the United States of America cannot be separated from their parents or families for reasons relating to poverty. So DCFS did put in our referral for housing, and that's super exciting. We're very, very, very excited about that, but they have not given us any sort of direct timeline. And we do have to keep on working with whatever other caseworker that we can find, because just to keep the ball rolling and, be advocating for ourselves always in case something comes available sooner or, whatever. What else should I do? I think I'll do more leg lifts. How many meals do you guys eat a day? How many times do you guys eat daily? How many meals do you guys eat a day? Once or twice, really? One time? You guys must be poor. Are you guys poor? This must be the poor demographic. It's so sad. All my followers are poor. It's so sad. I have to fix something with that. One meal a day is average, Molly. You're poor, babe. You're poor, okay? I'm sorry to tell you, but if you only eat once a day, you're poor. Most people eat 3 to 5 meals a day. That's what we learn in school. I mean, coming from a nutrition perspective and a personal training perspective, that's what we teach people. That's what people are taught. In school, we learn to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with 2 small, sensible snacks. So if you're only eating once a day, then there's something wrong. Like, you clearly have been taught something different than the rest of society, or you don't have the financial means to eat as much as you're supposed to. Oh, I'm poor right now. I have absolutely no income, but you have no income if you can only afford to eat once a day. Saying that people are poor is not mean or cruel. It's matter of fact. And if you want to be helped, if you don't like living in poverty, then identifying that you are living in poverty is the first step. I want all of you to look at the comments and tell me that this is not a campaign to be mean and cruel. All the comments from the entire broadcast. And then let's press criminal charges against all of these people. That would be harassment, slander, baiting. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I've been broadcasting this for 5 years, specifically presenting to law enforcement and other people. That's why they call me VLaw, virtual law. That this is not acceptable. If you don't like a person, you simply keep scrolling. You don't follow them around for 5 years and antagonize and harass them. This is my safe place. You don't have to be here. No, honey, I don't give myself clap back. I put myself in my safe space. I'm not getting paid. I'm not appearing on your show. This is my safe space where I go to meet with like-minded individuals and have conversation. I know that this concept is, strange for some people. I know that there are, and this is wild because we're not taught as adults to understand that there is other perspective. We think that the way we see life and the way we live life and the way the people around us immediately, we think that's the only way. It's not until you actually start traveling and meeting people and going to college and, having other influences, following in accounts that you normally wouldn't, that you don't really relate with, that you start to realize that there are people in the world who don't think the way that we think. So you have to understand that in your perspective, you sitting here saying that it's your right to come onto my page and be mean to me, that's not even really a perspective. That is more of, I don't even know what to call that. It's not even an opinion. It's just, it's not true. From a moral and ethical standpoint, it's not true. And from a legal one, it's not true. Imagine this. I'm sitting in my living room and I start talking. And I say to my friends, hey, you guys, if anyone wants to come over, you're more than welcome. And they show up. And they're mean to me. And I say, hey, if anyone's here, if anyone wants to stay here in my house, they need to be nice. If they can't be nice, they need to leave, right? That would be my legal right to have that person leave. I wouldn't have to pick them up and throw them out because that's not what I need to do. Simply verbally telling them, kindness is all that's welcome here. That is enough. That is the same way the internet is. Yes, this is I don't own TikTok, but this is my live broadcast. This is my living room. This is my safe space. So I create the rules here, period. And you create the rules in your safe space. Just like you can swipe up, swipe to the left, swipe to the right, swipe down, swipe in whatever direction you want. It's that simple to not be here. How many buttons do you have to press to be an asshole to someone? Like a bunch. It only takes one swipe of a finger to go off of someone's page that you're not vibing with or that you're not agreeing with. So it's not an opinion that the internet is allowed to be rude to you. Maybe in some forums, maybe like if I were battling someone, I would open myself to their followers and their comments. Or maybe like if I was in like some sort of public group chat with other people's fans, but not here. This is my sala. They're so fucking loud and ignorant. You guys have no idea. I hate it. And we have way too much technology to allow that shit. We turn the lights, we change the lights colors so to make way for the ambulance and the police and the fire department. We slow their cars down. Every single car, whether you guys know it or not, that has some sort of electronic programming has the capacity to be disabled manually and electronically from a remote location. We have way too many like things going on in the world that allow this to not be the case. This is such a disruption of the peace, putting all these in, and they're not even like regularly like volumed sirens. They're like the type of sirens that literally cause you to have to stop what you're doing and like observe. What's that? What is that? Did somebody give me a gift? Who gave me a gift? Thank you for whoever gave me a gift. They're just like completely disruptive sirens. They're sirens that you're like, oh my God, please turn those off. You're really hurting my head. You're blatantly, intentionally, and 100% realistically causing me to lose my entire train of thought and not be able to hear anything. Like, you don't win, you lose. Oh, because I know they're not. It's for antagonizing. It's antagonizing purposes only with these guys. And that's another thing. So let's talk about the subject matter of my room topic, which is feeling guiltless. They will fix it. They have been the ominous they. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. They have been finding like ways to antagonize people, instigate people into feeling guilty. Have you guys seen the previews or the advertisements for that movie Inside Out 2? That's like talking about your feelings, and it's like supposed to be like this kids movie, Disney or Pixar or something, that they identify feelings in people. Well, that movie is, what the hell is Xavier doing? Xavier! He literally went a block away to go get food or something, conditioner or something. Xavier! And he has no phone. Anyways, that movie talks about exploring feelings other than happy, joy, whatever the basic feelings. So